You are listening to the Novel Writing Podcast, episode 69. Grab a cup, cozy up, and let's get to writing. Today's episode is about how to give good critique. If you are in a critique group, any critique group, it pays to know how to give good critique. I describe it to our professional premium authors like this. Good critique means that you, as the critter, are focused on the work, not on the author. That means you're giving feedback based on improving the writing, the plot, the obstacles, etc., but not making comments like, I don't understand this, or I didn't like this, without giving something else for the author to work with. When you don't like something, or a part of the story just doesn't make sense, then critters need to explain why and offer a solution. Obviously, the better you know the author and the author's work, the easier it is to give good critique. But even when you're critiquing someone new, you want to be curious and critical. It also means paying attention to what the author wants feedback on. If you're in a crit group, the author whose work is up might ask for specific feedback on pacing, character, dialogue, descriptions, the list goes on. If they don't provide what they're looking for up front, ask. And if they aren't looking for anything in particular, just comment on what you notice. When the professional premium group meets for the critique calls, it's a conversation about the work with the intent to make it better. It's not about tearing down the author. It's never that. I think it's also important to pay attention to who is giving you critique or feedback. True critique comes from people who are just as invested in your work as you are, aka other authors or existing fans of your work. Sometimes the best beta readers are ones who have read your stuff before. If you get feedback from a beta or a friend who maybe isn't a writer or who just insisted on reading your work but comments without understanding what you're going for with the story or with the characters, you're in danger of changing the story to please readers who don't align with your vision for the work. Know that no matter what kind of critique you get, you're always in charge of accepting or ignoring that critique. Part of the reason I really love the developmental editing feedback calls that I have with Haley is that I know her critique will make the whole story better. It's a team effort to improve the story, even if it involves some painful changes. I know she's never telling me that I'm bad at writing because, as we know, first drafts are never good. If you don't have a critique group and you want one, I invite you to join our professional premium coaching and critique group. You can find more information in the description. That's it for today's episode on giving good critique. Thanks for joining me, and remember, the first draft is supposed to be garbage. Thanks for listening to the Novel Writing Podcast. If you're ready to stop struggling and start finishing your novel, check out the 60-Day Novel Writing Challenge. It's a step-by-step program designed for solo writers to complete their first draft with clarity and focus. Visit the link in the description to learn more.